Howdy, friends. Steve DePoe here for the Rose Realty team with this week's real estate vlog from North Texas. Before we get started, a favor. Hey, please go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Let's Do Real Estate Texas. It's absolutely free, but what will happen is you'll get alerts to when we post new videos, we post new vlogs. It also has the complete repository of all the vlogs and all the videos we've done over the last 2 years. So if you find something, if you remember something that was interesting, you can go and review that vlog, or you can pass it on over to friends, etc. So please go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, Let's Do Real Estate Texas. Thank you. And this week's topic, something near and dear to our heart, picking a great agent. Wow, I wonder how this is going to come out. Anyway, know what you want. Okay, this is very important. Know whether you want a single family house or a townhouse. Whether you want what kind of design you're looking for. Whether you want a big yard, a pool, an office inside, number of bedrooms, baths, neighborhood, all that kind of stuff. Now, it helps. It really truly does. It helps if you to have this conversation in front of your real estate agent, so your real estate agent can maybe lend some information to you and maybe give you some other ideas to think about. For example, I just listed here 6 ideas that you should be thinking about. What about HOA? Do you want an HOA or not? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? So it's a good idea to maybe have this conversation in front of your real estate agent. Now, let me tell you, there's nothing worse for a real estate agent than to have to play referee. If you have these conversations before you go out house hunting, you'll avoid those conversations of, I want a big backyard. Well, I really don't. Well, then what's your agent going to show you? Big backyards or no backyards? Okay. So it's good to have these things kind of nailed down, a list of must-haves and nice to haves, of deal breakers, and then nice to haves. So it's good to have this list. Walk around with the list, okay? But it's good to have this list before you go out with your agent. Now, meet your agent in person. If you haven't had these conversations with your agent, in front of your agent, either on the phone or a Zoom or something like that, right? Then meet your agent in person. There's some questions that you can ask. How long have you been in business? How many clients do you currently have? How many people did you help last year? How long have you been an agent? Stuff like that. But so this is just, to me, this list of questions is more just conversational, just to get to know your agent. Because here's an interesting point. The one, how many clients are you currently working with? Well, if you're a new agent, okay, and you're only working with one client, okay, does that mean this agent is bad? This agent could be a superstar in a couple of years, right? And this agent, if they're only working with one other client, this agent may then have to be able to devote 95% of their day to working with you. So being a new agent and only having one other client isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? So you have to take it all with a grain of salt in some cases. But what's important is the relationship that you build, and the feel that you get with working with that agent. Is that going to be somebody that I can work with? Okay. Communication expectations. This is very important for both you and for us. Okay. How do you like to communicate, and how often? Okay. How do you want to stay in touch? Do you prefer text messages? Do you prefer Facebook Messenger or telephone calls or emails, something like that, right? For me, there's nothing better than Apple CarPlay. Okay. Because as soon as I get in my car, typically I remember, geez, I've got to text somebody. I've got to tell somebody something that's going on. And I just have to say, hey, text Bob Smith, and Bob Smith will come up, and I'll say, hey, Bob, what time are we supposed to meet tomorrow? Blah, blah, blah. It's great. So texting to me is phenomenal, because you don't have to wait till you park to send an email or to get on Facebook Messenger. Texting is phenomenal. But if that's not your gig, if you prefer Facebook Messenger or emails or something like that, talk to your agent about it so that you're all on the same page. Okay. Now, be respectful. This is really sort of important topic, and I'll tell you why. Be mindful of the agent's time. Don't flake on showings. Be prompt. If you disagree with something that the agent is showing you, like, a house with a big backyard or a house with a pool, let the agent know that. Why? Because for some reason in the back of their mind, they're going to remember, they're going to think they said they wanted a pool. Okay. Maybe you said it would be nice to put a pool in someday. Okay. And so the agent's going to continue to show you houses with pools. If you don't want a pool because you got little ones and you don't want them falling in the pool, unattended, then tell your agent that, hey, dude, you showed me houses with pools. We don't want pools. Let them know that. Otherwise, they're going to keep on repeating it time and time again. Now, think about being prompt. Okay. This is a business. If I'm showing you houses, we're taking people and asking them to leave their house. So if we're starting off at 1 o'clock and we have a half an hour in that house, and you show up at a quarter after or 20 after, we only got 10 minutes. So if you're going to walk around for half an hour, follow me here. If you're going to walk around for a half an hour, then we're going to be late to our next appointment. And those people are going to be out someplace or sitting down the street or whatever, and we're not going to be there. And the other agent's going to get on the phone yelling at me saying, hey, you were late. What's going on? All because you had to stop for a Starbucks or something like that. So this is a business, okay? It's a two-way relationship and it's a business. So be respectful of the other agent's time. Don't play the field with other agents. Very important topic here, and I'll tell you why. So it's like a relationship. Don't go cheating, okay? And it could backfire by damaging the relationship. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. You meet me, and the first time we start talking about real estate, I'm going to ask you to sign 3 documents. Information about brokerage services, general information for buyers and sellers, and those are documents that Texas wrote up to let buyers and sellers, in this case buyers, know what your rights are, those kinds of things. And then the buyer's representation agreement. What the buyer's representation agreement is a contract between you and me, and what your responsibilities are and what my responsibilities are. It also says in there that you can tell me anything you want, and the vault is locked, and I'm not going to tell anybody. So I'm not going to go to the agent, to the other agent, and say, you know what, they filed for bankruptcy 4 times. Not going to say that. Okay. So you want somebody that respects you and you respect them, and it's a two-way street. If I'm showing you houses on Monday, and on the weekend you're going to another agent, and a week later you're going to another agent over there, you're all over the map. Okay. And then you're going to call me back and you're going to say, hey, Steve, I want you to show me a house. I'm going to say, look, these people are over here with several different agents. I got this other couple over here that wants to see houses. Where am I going to spend my time? I'm going to spend the time on the people who respect me and who want to work with me. Okay. That's what it kind of comes down to. Again, like I said, it's a two-way street. It's a business, and it's a two-way street. Think about that. It's a business is really what it is. I kind of hope that, kind of help fill in a little bit some of the gaps. There's a lot of misconceptions out there about agents, and look, some agents are in it that they do 1 or 2 sales a year because somebody said their girlfriend told them, hey, you'd be good as an agent. Hey, do it, And to some of us, that's our livelihood. Okay, so it's important for people to kind of understand that. And this isn't just like fooling around and we got nothing better to do, so I can't play golf today, so I'm going to go sell a house. No, that's not. That's more the other way around, right? I'm selling houses, and golf comes, eighth or ninth on my list. Okay. Next week, a guide for first-time home buyers. This is really pretty interesting because whether you're a first-time home buyer or whether you're haven't bought a house in 6 to 8 years, this gives you information on the steps that you should take in order to get into that first house or that next house. This is Steve DePoe for the Rose Realty team. I'm going to bounce.